Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ori Riandini. I am a master student of Public Administration Andalas University. Okay, I will present my article with the title is Policy Design Analysis of West Sumatra Province Tsunami Contingency Plan. We go to introduction. According to research conducted by various geologists of around the world who have observed the issue of earthquake and tsunami, is estimated that the west coast of Sumatra Island is an area that very prone to earthquake followed by a tsunami that will hit the west coast of the island. Analysis based on earthquake period or historical region usually repeat every 200 years on the west coast of Sumatra. This is because during the period, the two plates under the island of Sumatra hit each other, causing a large earthquake followed by a tsunami. One of the preparedness plans for disaster management is the contingency plan. The contingency plan contains an overview of the worst scenario during a disaster. The contingency plan is prepared before a disaster occurs, and at the time of the disaster, the contingency plan will become an operation plan, where in the operation plan, it is stated what steps will be taken by the government and stakeholders in dealing with a disaster. West Sumatra has had a tsunami contingency plan since 2012, which was updated in 2018. The worst case scenario is Monday at 10 a.m. The impact of the incident, namely the destruction of facility and infrastructure in the Mentawai Islands and the west coast of the mainland of West Sumatra, and the number of victims in the city of Padang, which has a high population density. However, after 10 years, the situation in West Sumatra has changed a lot, especially the new crowd that have formed in many coastal areas. In addition, the number of the new tourism icons that have been built along the coast West Sumatra has created crowd points that are always crowded with tourists, especially on weekends. This is one of reasons that the existing West Sumatra Province Tsunami Contingency Plan needs to be revised. Based on the result of initial observation and study of the relevant documents, the author found several problems, namely incomplete data is needed in the preparation of the contingency plan, such as absence of an organizational command structure along the description of the function and task of the field. And then there is no division of action target. Example, emergency alert, emergency response, and emergency transition stage. And then there is no update of available and record logistic data for the present. We go to literature review. Number 1, we go to public policy. To study and solve the problem and objective of this research, researchers will use the theoretical concept contained in public policy theory. In dealing with various disasters that often occur in Indonesia, the government has issued policies to anticipate casualties due to this disaster. And then we go to contingency plan. According to BNPB, a contingency is an event that can happen but doesn't necessarily happen, because there is an element of uncertainty. A plan is needed to reduce the consequence that may occur. A contingency plan is an attempt to plan for an event that may occur but does not rule out the possibility that event will not happen. Next, we go to the method. In this article, we use a type of qualitative research with a descriptive approach. This study used data collection technique from analyzing relevant document and literature. The data analysis technique used triangulation to obtain relevant fact and data. And then we go to the result. In this result, I will explain for the four part. And the first, event determinating. Based on the scenario of event from expert that the tsunami was triggered by an earthquake with a magnitude of 8.8 on Richter scale with a depth of 30 km. The source of the earthquake is estimated to be about 150 km southwest of the city of Padang. However, it could be anywhere in the block section that stretch 50 until 200 km. The first tsunami wave is expected to reach the western coast of the Mentawai Island about 5 until 10 minutes after earthquake, with a height of 10 until 15 meters above sea level. Furthermore, in the 20th minute after the earthquake, tsunami wave began to hit the land area of the west coast of West Sumatra province with height of 8 until 10 meters above sea level. The slope will enter the mainland as far as 2 until 3 kilometers in the lowland and further in the watershed. While at higher elevation, it is less than that distance because the tsunami wave is not single wave. According to expert modeling, the wave will hit within more than 3 hours after the earthquake. The second scenario development. The scenario development in the tsunami contingency plan document is based on the aspect affected by disaster, namely the population, critical facilities, public facilitation, and government. And then contingency plan policies and strategies. In this part, it can be explained that policies and strategies have been prepared to minimize impact on aspects of scenario development and are based on determining event. And then cluster planning. This sectoral planning is part of a tsunami contingency plan policy document that contains content in the form of target and activities per cluster. And then we go to discussion. The Tsunami Contingency Plan document for the province of West Sumatra, the division of sectoral tasks is divided according to cluster according the duties and function as well as the institutional capacity of each institution involved. After the division of rules for each actor, it will be followed up by determining the projected need in carrying out that rule. Based on the finding above, conceptually, a disaster contingency plan must be carried out based on the principles that have been used as the primary basis: joint drafting process, contingency plan for single hazard, and contingency plan have scenarios. And then conclusion and recommendation. Based on the finding and discussion above, it can be concluded that government of West Sumatra Province in design policy for tsunami contingency plan in general has been based on existing regulation formally. Furthermore, from the aspect of creating public policy design, the inflow actor and the preparation of agenda setting and scenario development has been carried out concerning in involvement and role of actor per cluster. The existence of a plan for setting an urgent and priority public issues, namely that of tsunami and scenario development, to determine action and activities that research requirement needed to minimize the risk of tsunami disaster. However, future research in required regarding designing a policy design document for a tsunami contingency plan in West Sumatra Province, especially regarding a core actor involvement and factual analysis of research need gap. Okay, thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.